No. Welcome to Let's Talk the Talk. I'm here with my co-host Keya.
Hello, everyone.
And the famous Dr. Stacey Venable here tonight.
Good evening.
Here tonight. We got something good going on for y'all today. Yes. But I'm gonna start it off first by saying I do have a man bun in. Just want to let y'all know. Can't
even asked about the man bun.
I'm just letting everyone know because I came in with plaits last week, and I want to let everyone know I'm switching up for y'all. I just want to let y'all know that.
Okay.
But recently we heard that you were trying to make it in the podcast business.
Yes, trying to make it in the podcast business.
Yeah,
I was invited in by YouTube, the famous YouTube.
Let me ask you a real quick question. Was it you seen yourself on camera? The one interview we did, he was like, "Damn, I look good." I was killing it over there. But but you was like, I may have to jump out and do my own. I'm just asking. Just asking questions. Just questions.
Just questions. No, actually, I had always wanted to do a talk show. Always been behind the camera and in front of the camera. So just wanted to do a talk show, but just wanted to make sure that the talk show that I was going to do would have meaning and it would have purpose. So I think it was like last year.
Yes.
I think I want to say last year I started going through the office talking about I need to write my book first.
Yes, write your book.
Oh yeah, we definitely need that.
The book has been written. So
we're waiting for the release date.
We're just waiting for the release date. The book has been written. So that's kind of like where I got that little, idea. And I do like to talk.
Yes, you do.
I know, right? I do like to talk. So that was another reason why. But I just wanted to bring some forefront to great people, not just entrepreneurs, but great people
I like that, though.
who have been out here in this game.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, this game out here for entrepreneurship is not for the weak-hearted. It's not. But it is.
More so challenging.
It is very challenging.
Yes.
It is very challenging out here. And then not to be sexist here, Saquon, but it's even harder for women.
I can only
but
imagine.
Not only that, an African American woman as well. So it's even harder. So I first had to understand before I brought my show that I had to know my purpose.
Yes.
And understand that everybody is created with a purpose. If you use your purpose, which some people call gifts, that's up to you. But understand everyone has one. So that's the first thing you need to do.
Okay. So let's let everyone know the name of your podcast.
Oh, wow.
What is the name of your podcast?
Let's
start there. You kind of let it out the bag. Yes, you did.
I just kind of let into it.
That's good, though.
I know.
So the name of my podcast show is Know Your Purpose. If anybody can click on to my page, my Know Your Purpose page, or the Brass Mill page, we had it shared. I did my first infomercial today. That was exciting.
Nice.
It was exciting. My two guys right here actually produced that. So
you just called me a dude.
Guys.
Plural. I mean, I think it's not now.
I'll take it. Go ahead, I'll take it.
My two kids. How about that? My two kids. You can't find any greater love from a mother with her kids. You know what I mean? So these two have literally put me on the map. If you need to get out there on the map, these two have put me on the map. Make sure you go on and you like. And throw them love hearts up in there.
Yeah, we love to see
throw them up in there.
Well,
we put that up a half an hour ago.
I was just about to say
about
the matter of fact that when the page was built and the following that it has now is it's picking up steam.
It's awesome.
I think the last time I checked, I think it was like 100 and some change that like the page.
About an hour and a half ago, and we are climbing. So that's basically like a win-win here.
Definitely.
My website will be launched
very soon.
I can't wait for that.
So can't wait for that. Yes. Great things are happening. Great things are happening. This is my season.
Yes,
I like that.
This is my season.
I like that.
I'm claiming it. I'm throwing it out there. This is my season. I'm sure Other people have claimed their seasons.
Yes.
The 2022 year is just where we're stepping at. It's where we're going. Along with knowing your purpose, you have to have that vision.
Yes.
And your vision is going to change.
It does.
It's going to change.
It does. As you get older.
As you get older,
Yes.
your vision will change. If you'd asked me about this 5 years ago, it wasn't on my vision board. I don't knock anybody that has a vision board, right? I don't knock anybody that has a vision board.
I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah,
it's actually really cool. It's a really cool thing. I did my first one with Star on Saturday, and I didn't think
Really?
I did, but it was more so one for things that I want to do to make me a better person.
Absolutely.
And when all those things actually came to me of what I wanted, like the things that to better myself, I was like, dang, like this list is a little bit lengthy, but it was good because I was able to acknowledge what was going to make me a better person. So I think you should do it, bro.
Yeah,
like that. So that's another big factor in knowing your purpose.
Yes.
I talked about that on my infomercial. Knowing your purpose is also knowing who you are.
Yes.
In order for people to like anything about you.
Yep.
You know, I love social media. Don't get me wrong, but knowing me and knowing me on social media is two different things. Sometimes I tell people, you know, they'll inbox me and say stuff, and I'm like, I have people that run that page. I have people that do that for me.
Right.
So
yes,
within knowing your purpose, you know, that is great. Sitting down, but again, I don't knock anybody with a vision board, but my vision board was knocked off key.
Really?
Yeah.
And how was that?
How was it? It was because I first started out, you know, owning a daycare business. That was a part of my vision. Then I started. I wanted to do, you know, I wanted to be a hairdresser. That was a part of my vision. Then so many things I wanted to do. But you can have those on your vision board, but accomplishing those things
that's a big thing.
Totally
is accomplishing.
Different. And being around productive people, supportive people, people that are going to love what you're doing. Did you catch that? Not like what you're doing, but love what you're doing. Because a lot of people will say, you know, I love that. You know, okay, great. Those are the people those I can people.
Right.
Let's talk about those I can people. Those I can people, you really want to keep them around.
Oh yeah, I think when you have a I can, it's only a matter of like, okay, if he's saying I can, then it's like, why not me?
That's
you know,
right.
You have the motivators in your team, so that way no one's down too low or no one's up too high.
Yes.
I always figured like I always want like a stable kind of group around me where it's like if one of us achieves and we're like, oh yeah, yo, that's like it's like we all achieve.
Right.
You know, like with me opening this up and fulfilling one of my dreams, I send it out to the bros group text, and it was like I won the damn Super Bowl. They're like, yeah, that's what's up.
Not the Super Bowl.
But you know, it's just always, you know, I've learned definitely in this business of not getting too high on my highs and not trying to get too lows on my lows.
I made a quote yesterday on Facebook, and what it was talking about when Saquon called me, and he was just kind of trying to figure out what his capabilities were, and he kind of got a little wayward with himself. And
not gonna lie, I was flustered.
Yeah, one of the things I shared with him, and one of the things I want to share with my viewers is this: I always strive to be better, not best, because best sets you up. Best set you up for your worst.
Yep.
But I know if I strive to be better every day, I know the next day's coming for that better.
Yeah.
Never set yourself up on heights where you cannot make or reach that goal. So it's always good to stay at an even playing field. COVID has taught us that.
Yes,
for sure.
COVID has taken a lot of people off their vision boards.
The whole truth.
You know what I mean? It has allowed people to wear masks, to stay and hide behind some things. But you know what? You had some people who wanted to wear that mask.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They've been wanting to wear that mask for a long time.
They
wouldn't be held, you know, in offense of being capable.
Yes.
Being capable is also a part of knowing your purpose.
Yes.
I wanna tune into that a little bit more. We have my man's Caleb Douglas.
How you doing, Caleb?
He asked a question and it says, when/how did you develop or learn your purpose?
Good question. Good.
It's a really good question.
You know, being from a family of 7, okay, my twin brother and I were the last of that.
Mm-hmm.
My mom said she was tired. So there wasn't a lot. Yeah, she was tired. Just like, Tracy, y'all go ahead. Y'all do y'all thing. So my older sister kind of stepped in and kind of raised me. And she always did a lot with me. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I always had a purpose. I felt like I've always had a purpose. So it was the fact of walking in it. Not so much learning it, mm-hmm. but walking in it. But Caleb, understand this. Your purpose is all about how and what you make it to be. If it was, and we talked about it my last podcast show. If you have someone who wants to be a Picasso, give them the crayons, give them the paper. Mm-hmm. That's why, again, you want to find that supportive network, that supportive team that's going to push you mm-hmm. into what you want to do and push you into where you want to be. So that's one of the things that I did.
That's amazing though. And I like how everything kind of like just circles back around. So it's like
it does.
I said this. How many times I gotta say it again? You know. Yeah. So now that more people are getting woke up to knowing or trying to develop and figure out mm-hmm. what their true purpose is on here, which is
one of the things that we spoke about earlier. And I've learned coming up, I'm still going to consider. I think I'm still a young person.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I feel like. Bro, don't laugh.
Wow. I didn't say nothing. Like you're trying to throw me under the bus. Like you're trying to.
Wow. It was.
Y'all see that? I didn't even say
really
nothing.
Oh my gosh! You really just tried to cut.
Let it be known on the air. I don't know her age.
Listen, 50's the new 25.
I believe because you look good for your age.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kids later, marriages later, dogs later, houses later. I mean, you name it later. Here I am. I'm in the best shape of my life. Yeah. I'm in the best shape of my life. Even after having a heart attack. I'm in the best. Even after having a heart attack, I'm in the best shape of my life. And I contribute that to that wanting to be that 25. Yes. Now I won't go back to being 25. I won't go back there now. I done some things back then. But yeah, I think you still can be considered that.
I think I can still. Yeah. So as far as this, I'm gonna tune into what we talked about earlier while conducting your infomercial. And one thing that was stated in it was concerning your purpose. Yes. Sometimes it's what you don't like. Yes. That thing you steer away from, mm-hmm. that is what will drive you to your purpose. A lot of people sometimes know deep down in their heart what their purpose is, but it's something that they do not want to do. Yes. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of hit on that a little bit?
So we did talk about that. Some of the things that you just don't want to drive you mm-hmm. are the driving forces for your purpose. You know, my key sum up to that is some people don't like to do the work.
Some people don't like to do work.
It's work in everything we do. Mm-hmm. Because some people just like to get comfortable. One of the things me and my boss talked about the other day, he's been on the same job for years. Right? For years. And the reason why he's been on those jobs is because he's comfortable. We pick the same shoes. Sometimes mm-hmm. we pick those shoes because they're comfortable.
Yes, and they fit.
Make it feel it's like your purpose. Mm-hmm. It fits, right? Yes. But sometimes sometimes it's okay to go put on those red bottoms.
Yes.
And let them comfortable.
Let your feet be
scrunched up. Yes. Because you, at that point, you're standing straight up. Your back is tight, mm-hmm. and you're walking.
You have to work a certain way.
You have to walk a certain way. And you have to walk yourself into that purpose and walk yourself into that vision. Stop being so comfortable.
Yes.
So Saquandra, I remember when you came to me and you wanted to start this podcast studio, and I said the first thing I said, well, where's your plan? Mm-hmm. Where's your money? You know, he got real uncomfortable. When you started talking about how he's gonna get out, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I mean?
I didn't think that far.
Right.
He didn't think that far. So when I said, well, how you gonna pay me back? Like these things, this is the conversation that we had. That's the conversation we had that got uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So within knowing your purpose, there's going to be some uncomfortability.
Yes.
I like to touch on that. I didn't mean to really cut you off, but like I want to say that like.
You did.
But it is.
Come on now. All right, guys. You know, I want to say that like uncomfortability definitely moves needles because you know, in that time, things were getting a little, you know, uncomfortable, and you know, it was that uncomfortability is what made me be like, all right, I got to put my foot down on the ground, like now, like
That's right.
ASAP, like I got to make my page, I got to go make the Instagram, I got to go get the YouTube.
Yes.
Like it's something about that uncomfortability. It can either, I was gonna say like deflate you, but like it can definitely take you down a couple of notches.
It can definitely take you down. One of the things that I know, when I first started this Facebook thing, I didn't know really too much about Facebook, but I thought that when you got on Facebook, you got to hurry up and get a whole bunch of likes. So I would get upset if I didn't get a lot of likes. I was like, what? And then realizing as I got into social media and got into running like StreamYard and doing these works behind the scenes, because I do things behind the scenes, I started understanding it's not the likes, it's who you reach.
It's who you reach.
You get that following.
And you're reaching for your purpose is a part of that. Yeah. If you know that you have, back in the day, we called it the gift of gab. I'm telling my age again. And your gift of gab can get you into the room. Yeah. Sometimes as a woman, it's uncomfortable to go in a room with men, but you got to get in the room.
Right.
Getting in that uncomfortability. So yeah, Mimi, yes, don't get comfortable because if you are, that's a sign. Once you get comfortable, that is a sign that it's time to move. Either it's time to move, Mimi, or it's time to upgrade. I think Beyonce said it the best.
Yes, you did. No, you did.
It's time to upgrade because knowledge and learning, once you learn something, you thrive and you want to learn more and you want to take your capabilities to the next level.
Yes.
So that is so true. Once you get comfortable, that's a sign that you need to do more. But technically, knowing your purpose it's not, and knowing your purpose is not something that this can happen overnight.
No,
it's not something that can happen. It takes a long time. And still here sitting today, you know, I'm hyped up about the show and all that, but still today.
And you still talk about trying to find that niche.
Still trying to find that niche, man. Yeah. I'm one of them.
I think it's a tone to being like always hungry.
I'm always hungry.
Like, you know, like
I don't need the weight gain.
No,
I don't need the weight gain now.
Don't make me wait.
From what I'm seeing, it's like, you know, you get one accolade, and you're like, it's not enough.
No,
I need
like,
always and it's like you get to the one point, it's like, damn, it's like how many accolades do you got? It's like, I'm never satisfied. I'm always trying to strive to, and that comes back into being better. Where it's like I'm always trying to strive to be better.
That's right.
And I think that's just
and you
great.
never slow down. You never slow down with it.
That's,
you know, because once you slow down and you lose that momentum, then you got to learn that thing all over again to make it to the next level.
That's that.
So growth is a big thing.
What about the ones that struggle with knowing their purpose, but there's a screen of fear in the way? Because some people are like, I know what my purpose is, but it's like the moment they go to move their foot, you know what I mean?
She can touch on this too, because I think Caleb's feeling almost the same.
Oh wow, what did Caleb say?
He said, what's the difference between stability and comfortability? I feel that they can get mixed up. I think that's like, and it's ironic that you just said that, because he typed that in. I was like, wow, this is.
Let me tell you something. It goes back to being that a lot. Now I'm gonna speak on this really, really quick, and I want you guys to catch it. A lot of people stay in statuses for stability,
but it don't make it right though.
But it does not make it right. I know a lot of women that are out there that are in marriages right now.
Yeah.
Say, I'm
giving
y'all a sneak peek of know your purpose. Right? But I'm sitting here tonight with my kids, so I'm gonna keep it 100, keep it real, as these young people say. A lot of people stay on their jobs unhappy because they're stable. A lot of people stay in relationships, might be marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, shacking up, baby daddies, baby mamas, because they're stable. Okay. A lot of people stay in all kinds of situations. A lot of people still sitting at their churches because they want to sit on the third row. Because that was their favorite seat. So they can see. Because they stay.
That's their seat.
They know when the usher come in, he gonna usher them to their seat because they're stable. But I dare you to move to the front of the church. I dare you move to the other side of the church. I dare you stand up and say amen. I double dare you, but you sitting there and you amening from your spot because you comfortable. I dare you tonight to stand on faith and say, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something different. So sometimes that being stable, and even in entrepreneurship, if you stay in that comfortable situation all the time, you're never going to grow. You get no growth.
And I feel like it's that next step. A lot of people know what their next step is.
Yes.
It's that next step that people fear that they don't take. They don't really just get that push to be like, you know what, this just might be the step that I need to take to elevate.
Listen, fear is one of the worst things.
It's a horrible tactic.
It's a horrible tactic. You know how when the baby starts walking, and they walk a little bit, they fall down, and they don't want to try it again because they know that hurt.
Right?
They know that hurt. Well, everybody know when you fall down, no matter how old you are, it hurts, right?
You just had. I felt like you purposely reminded me of what.
No, I didn't purposely remind you that you fell down today and that it hurt.
You just told
I just told everybody that, right? But the point to that, right? God. The point to that is. Even sometimes in your purpose, you'll fall down, right? That get up game is strong. Yeah. And when I tell you it's strong, and it really lets you know who you are. Now, through this whole 2 years, because we've been rocking for 2 years, we can tell you, and Saquon's a part of the team now, but we can tell you how many days we sat over there in an empty building.
They would never understand.
And you would never understand. But every day I came in because I knew that this was my purpose. I knew that helping small entrepreneurs make it and thrive in their businesses would help along the way. And that was a part of my purpose. It's a part of my mission. Bringing informative information to the community and helping people furnish and brand themselves. That's a part of what I do. It's a part of what I do. Now, I don't quit my day job because that day job,
until you get to where you not quit the day job.
Hey, ladies, we keep our little bag in the back of the car to freshen up. Them men need to do that too. Every once in a while, you got to take a seat back and freshen up.
You have to.
You got to freshen up your goals. You got to
sound like you was leaving out. That's why.
You got to freshen up your visions. And you know what? That's a part of the number 4 that we talked about today. Just striving to do your best in all things, in all areas. You know what I mean? Because we're going to have guests on the show, and they're going to tell you how they started their businesses. They're going to tell you how from the hardships. See, everybody wants to know the good things,
right?
It's
some tough times.
Yeah. So I remember when I got my Maserati, right? My son said, "Oh Lord, you went from a Chrysler to a Maserati." I wanted to show people that I was no longer comfortable. I was no longer comfortable. And I also wanted to show that there's growth in things that you do.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to shower yourself with them growth. Sometimes you got to say, you know what? I worked all week, and now you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go buy me something. You got sometimes knowing your purpose walks in that too. Catering and loving yourself is a
no one else does.
Because guess what? No one's gonna love your purpose more than you.
That's right.
Just like when you have children, nobody's gonna love that child more than you, except for grandma. Grandmas love them more. That's right. I'm a grandmother. Yes, I am, and I'm proud to say it. And I love my grandkids. And I'm telling you, every day. But when I say that, every day I wake up knowing that they are a part of my purpose. Leaving legacies,
right? Yeah,
is a major thing with my children. It's a major thing with my grandkids, because walking around here in Harford County. You know what I mean? I've been in Harford County all my life. And a lot of people know my mother just off her legacy. Yeah. And that's what I'm not, trust me, I'm not leaving y'all no money. I'm not leaving y'all no money. I'm going to leave y'all my legacy. I'm not leaving. So don't y'all get to fighting and trying to find out where the will's at. Don't y'all get to fighting because it's all going to the grandkids. All going to the grandkids. Dr. Coulter gonna make sure of that for me. She working that out for me. They all going to the grandkids.
One of y'all kids gonna give up some. I know that for sure. Someone.
Yes, and okay, Mimi, that inspirational energy, man. Yes. You have to bring that energy in your purpose. You better learn to walk in your purpose. The energy level that you bring is what everybody gets to see. You got your crying times behind closed doors. We've been only indoors for a night. Joy comes in the morning.
So that's good what you just
yes.
said. I need you to let people know, like, the part of what you don't see. You know, sometimes you know it, but it's not there. You have gone for a very long time.
Yes.
We knew it was going to happen.
Yes.
We knew it was coming.
Yes.
We sat in that building empty.
Yes.
For a while before it got full.
Yes.
Can you and throw some encouragement out for those who know it's there but do not see it?
Let me tell you something. It was cold in that building.
It was cold and hard.
It was hard.
Yeah.
You know, setting yourself up. And, you know, I want to hit on something real quick. Trust.
Yes.
Trust. Capital T.
When you're out here in this entrepreneurship world, you know, a lot of people will come at you and a lot of people will say, you know, this and say that. And I had a hard walkaway moment.
Yes,
I had a hard walkaway moment. And it made me better. It made me stronger. But behind closed doors, people didn't see.
They didn't know.
People didn't see the tears I shed. People didn't see the hardship that I went through. And guess what? It made me be a lover of God even more. Because God said to me that night that I closed that door after that hardship left me, and I was walking across the parking lot, God said, I heard a little whisper, cast your net on the other side. And I said, oh God, I'm tired of casting this net. I'm tired of casting this net. I ain't got no fish.
Okay.
I'm tired of casting this net. And you know what? I decided to follow. I decided to cast my net on the other side. And the executive suites of Brass Mill is on the other side.
Yep.
So now they say you can have favor, but favor ain't always fair. It's not always fair. And in this game of entrepreneurship, favor is not always fair. But again, I want to talk about that pickup game. Mm-hmm. Knowing your purpose, you got to know what's inside of you too. You got to know what's on the inside. And let me tell you something. I don't care what y'all say. Don't y'all come out here looking a hot mess. Don't you come out here looking like what you've been through. Don't you do it. Don't you get, ladies, gentlemen, don't you get caught slipping, because that's what they want you to do. You better come. Men, y'all better get that hair cut. Bobby Hector, that you better open that barbershop back up, because some of these men that lost their talent. They done lost it. And it came out here looking rough and rugged. Okay, they done did that thing. Some of them women on them hair salons is open. This when you better learn how to do your own hair. This is when you better learn how to do your own makeup, because COVID has showed us that things will close up and end on you. Yes, you better learn how to fix that wig and get it straight. You better pluck the middle. Sis, you better get that concealer. Get it up in the middle. Okay, stop allowing yourself to allow life to drag you through what you've been through. Stop it. Stop it now, because I'm going to claim victory in all I do. Okay, I'm going to claim victory. Even here with y'all two knucklehead kids, I'm going to claim victory. We got to be nice.
I was good today. I don't
you got to claim victory in all you do. So that's a part of knowing your purpose too. Having that inspirational energy to apply to other people, even those haters. You gotta love and give them
something to look forward.
You gotta give them something to look forward to. Listen, just because people know your name, don't mean they like you.
That's the truth.
I know that's right.
Okay, you got some people that are gonna grin up in your face and don't like you. But if you're worried about the ones that don't like you, then the ones that need you and love you, you done lost sight of them.
Yep.
You done lost sight of them. You know what I mean? You done really lost sight of them. But there is tragedy in this entrepreneurship.
Yes, it is.
And people don't get to see that. People get to see the Dr. Stacey Venable all dolled up. But they don't get to see when we demoed those buildings and I came in
geared up.
Matter of fact, on Monday, I came in to executive suites and I had my hair pulled back. I was rocking my Baltimore Ravens cap. Yes, sir, for them Patriots people.
Y'all know how we rocking on this show.
Don't
let her get y'all hyped up.
No makeup, just all natural. Had my jogger suit on, had my sneakers, because we were in the executive suites. We were cleaning.
We were
demoing, we were cleaning. So people don't get to see that behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And when you're behind those scenes, That's when the real work starts.
It is.
When you're in that tight space within yourself and you finding your
Sometimes
purpose.
it's a battle.
It's a battle.
Yeah.
And you got to come out. Listen, I ain't no Mike Tyson or nothing, but you got to come out with them fists ready to go.
Swinging.
You got to swing. Okay. I can't hit a ball to save my life. I can't hit a ball to save my life, but I can swing.
You can swing.
I can swing. And it's brought me into a lot of great places. It's gave me that wiggle room to do what I believe in. You know what I mean? We have some more questions over here.
Well, I think I know. Taking on time. So, Caleb asks, why is it that our society teaches some of us that stability is good rather than bad? If you have anything for that.
You go ahead.
Yeah, clear it up.
Well, I will say that that's something that I was never taught. But I will say I'm gonna gauge this two ways.
Okay.
And I will use my own situation as a reference. Coming up, my mother was real good at getting us in the vein of this is what we're good at, so stay here. And for whatever reason, I guess when you're stable, you're on 2 feet.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Very much so.
You can afford to do stuff. You know what I mean? You can pay all the bills.
That's right.
You can feed yourself. You can drive your car. That's the means of being stable. The problem with that is when it's time to excel, then where's society for that? They don't always teach us that growth is necessary. So a lot of people, and some that I know, have lived their like a full life of regrets because they thought stable was a better option than trying something different. And my mother at some point in my life was okay with, well, just keep it like this, because that way, if you fall off the margin, I might not have to deal with it, or this person might not have to deal with it. Like, you can kind of just gauge this for yourself if you stay here. So you really have to just come out of the place. One thing, I'm not for society. I'm sorry. I'm the one that's going to step on the rock that's cracked, because it very well may be able to carry my weight. Those are the ones that people, they don't like to step on the cracks in the ground, because it's like, oh, wait a minute, let me not step on this because I might fall. Sometimes falling is necessary.
Sometimes falling is necessary.
But you always get back up when you fall.
Absolutely. Donnie said it the best.
He did.
He said it the best. So sometimes I believe that being a mother, and I'm gonna go there, being a mother, sometimes we want what's best.
Yeah.
And we have been taught all these years, Caleb, in society, that being stable is what's best. But and social media has made it the worst, because now you can hide behind anything.
Oh yeah, you can hide right behind that phone or that screen.
Right. And growing up, my mother had a house of 7, and she made it work. That was a part of her stability. But did she really make it work?
Right. Is that what she really wanted?
Did she really push us to everything that we had within us? Did she really push us into our purpose? But we were stable. We had a house. We had food. We had clothes. We might not have the best clothes, but we were rich. Back then, we were rich because we had those things. But again, let me talk about being stable. Being stable gives you no growth. Every 5 years, I want to do something different.
You should want to.
That's
Every 5 years,
you should want to.
I was at Towson, and I was stable. You know what I mean? I said, nah, but then I started getting uncomfortable. And I looked up and I said, oh, that's why, because it's almost 5 years in.
Listen.
Okay, so then I went up to Dell and I said, you know what? I'm 2 years in, I'm not uncomfortable just yet. But the thing about that was I was so hungry for more. So that's I was so hungry for more. So then I met my first business coaching client. And now he's making a rack of money. He's doing great. I said, if I can do this for one, I can do this for a whole bunch of people. But if I did it for myself,
yes, you definitely.
And I did that for myself. I created Witty Ambitions LLC. I did it for myself. And the one thing that I know about doing it for yourself within your purpose, no one was there to answer the questions that I had. No one was there. So I said, well, if I can help another small entrepreneur get over the hurdles, because let me tell you, that EIN, that dealing with the IRS, they're getting your name, they're getting your patent, they're getting, they're getting your, getting your business cards. I mean, getting QuickBooks set up, your finances getting set straight, so where they ain't coming and knocking down your door and telling you, oh, $1,000 here and $1,000. I was able to do those things, and I wanted to share those things. That's why now, I haven't even, little secret out here, I haven't even put that out yet, that I do that service, because when Keya was on me about putting that out, I said, Keya, don't put that out. I said, because we already have too many people. So we didn't want to put that out there that we host business coaches here at the Business Suites of Brass Mill. We have over 30 clients that we service. And then I'm like, I can't do no more. So we're looking to hire business coaches over here at the Business Suites of Brass Mill, because we are really getting full here. So that stability piece, again, that's within knowing your purpose. If you know your purpose, you won't stay with that stagnancy of being stable. You will continue to grow and you will continue to move. Understand, nothing grows in stagnant water. Nothing. Cesspools, bacteria, we don't need none of that. We don't need none of that. So your mother did what she thought to play it safe. Now, back in the day, that's what we used to call it, play it safe.
That safe zone is horrible.
That safe zone is horrible.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Because really, to tell you the truth, you guys are the Gen X's. Nothing is free.
I know that for sure. I always say that.
Nothing is free. Nothing is free.
Ain't nothing in this world free.
Nothing. So, and then, like I said, society will put that margin on you. Yeah. Society you can go on Facebook and Instagram, and I can go on there and act like I'm Patti LaBelle. Y'all see them little side memes where people singing off to what the other people sing. Can I try one of those? Y'all gonna help me try one of those? Because literally people will go on these social medias, but they don't know the hard work. They don't know that I literally work from 4 a.m. to endless days. I come in there sometimes I haven't slept for days, because this entrepreneurship, knowing your purpose, living your purpose, walking in your purpose is not, again, for the weak-hearted.
It's not.
That's why if you know your purpose and you're not walking in it, you are doing yourself such a disservice. You're doing yourself such a disservice.
Especially for the people, which is another target for me. Everyone who is going for their purpose, because a lot of people just like, this is where I'm just going to be at for the rest of my life, and I'm comfortable here. But you have to have an understanding that what you do is not just for you. Absolutely. It's going to benefit you, but it's not just for you, because I honestly believe that there is people attached to every single one of us.
Yes.
Quan, you're in this to reach people. You may love to do it, but in your talking, it's going to make someone else feel comfortable enough to be like, well, if he could do it, I know that I can do it.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I can definitely see that.
we know for you, like a lot of people do not know that you get up early in the morning and teach.
I do.
They do not know when it's bedtime. Your tail was in that bed reading books.
Reading books.
They don't know that. They don't
My
know
son
that.
does. a lot of people don't know that I get up early in the morning and I teach, and then I come to Brass Mill and I stay here and I see clients throughout the day. I think I see about 5 or 6 clients. And then there's sometimes even on Sunday, I travel to see a client on Sunday.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. 7 days a week. I went to church as always first. And then right after, I had to leave to my 11 o'clock service and go meet a client who came all the way up here from Montgomery County. You know what I mean? He had to get right. So I had to, this again is not for the weak and fainted. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is being scared within your purpose. One of the things that I'll share openly is my call to ministry. I was scared. I was like, you know what? Because of all the things that I used to be, and because of all the things I used to do and all the places I used to go, and just all the camaraderie of surrounding Stacey Akins, and then moving to Stacey Spencer. And a lot of people out there, man, they judge you off your past. They won't let that go. Yep. You know what I mean? So who are you to go tell somebody about Jesus? Who are you? You after what you did way back when.
Yeah.
But I knew my purpose. And again, I hid behind that. So I can honestly tell you that you're right. You said that earlier. Some people want to get out there and they want to do more. It took someone to say, what are you doing? You already know that.
Yeah.
You know, and it took, you're right. It did take me too long. You're right. It did take me too long.
I could tell like a couple of years back, I was like, man, the way she just speaking, flowing, the trials and tribulations you went to, you know, it was just like, bro, it was one of the ones where it was like, dang, why ain't,
yeah, a lot of people are scared to share. That's another thing with reaching people.
Reaching people.
A lot of people don't know how to come from those hardships and those things that they keep hidden within. But sometimes it's just that voice of recognition. You don't even have to recognize. So I'm not even going to say that. You don't even have to recognize the voice. It's just having one. And for someone to hear, because someone's listening to what you're saying tonight.
And you know what? I had learned, I learned through the last, I can say, year, Keya, that your ministry may not be in the pulpit.
Yeah.
Your ministry, my ministry may not, my ministry may not be in the pulpit. You know, I'm grateful to Dr. Tillman. He gave me my first a standstill in front of his congregation to preach, and I did that thing. You know what I mean? I studied to show myself approved, and I made it. You know, and then up at Hickman Temple with Bishop, he said, you know what, we're going to give you. He didn't put me on a platform, but he said we're going to give you morning glory. You know what I mean? And I preach morning glory. You know, I had my son walking around the house taping me. You know, you can only be 15 minutes, and we had to chop that thing up. And then I had Dr. Coulter, who sits with me and studies with me and does seminary with me. But you know what? I'm still the underdog here, because some people say, you know what? You used to be this. How you gonna be that? Because I'm walking in my purpose, and your purpose is something you created it. So can't nobody take it away. You created your purpose.
Absolutely.
So you're gonna have some of those way old ministers who say, I don't want her in my pulpit. Well, guess what? Somebody don't want you in their pulpit. Somebody don't want you doing this. Somebody don't want you doing that. But if you continue to thrive, okay, a door will open. A door will open. Like I said, your ministry may not be in front of that pulpit. Your ministry may be traveling the world. The next Joyce Myers. You know what? Because at first she started out, that wasn't her call. That wasn't her thing. But she knew that that motivational speaking is what really drove me to say, if I could stand in front of thousands of people and encourage them to be a business owner, encourage them to be a small business entrepreneur, go into entrepreneurship. Why can't I encourage thousands of other people to come to Jesus? Why can't I do that? Why can't I? So I said, you know what? You out here challenging everybody else. See, this is the hide behind. Out here trying to tell Saquon, find your purpose. You want to, you quiet, you don't want to talk. You better go do that podcast. Keya, now you good at so many things. You a jack of all trades. And I've been pushing you. And I had to stop and think one day. Here you are pushing these children. And you won't push yourself. But you know what I looked at it as? Another victory that I can claim this year. Another victory that I can claim this year.
Just the season.
This is my season. This is this season. For grace, for favor. It's all there. And the reason why I give all that honor is because I literally have found my purpose. Now it's time for me to go and share it. And these purposes with everyone else. Now it's time for me to use my gift to bless someone else. Not everybody wants to hear what I got to say. And those people that don't want to hear what I got to say, please keep moving. Don't waste my time. Because somebody else behind you. We say that mother again behind me. Say it again. Somebody behind you wants to listen. So don't waste. If you know somebody has a purpose, man, be supportive of their purpose. Be supportive of their purpose.
Gotta be. Sometimes it, just that extra motivation of just
that motivation, man. That's why I said you got to build that team around you.
Or you know the old saying, it takes a village.
Right. And I think I talked about it.
It takes a village.
And I talked about it a little earlier. Keep those I can people around you. Let me tell you about those I can people. When someone says, you give them a call and you say, you know what? I gave my friend Alina a call a couple weeks ago. And I said, can you do this for me? She said, you know what? I can't do it right now, but I can do it later. You want to keep her around. You want to keep those people around.
Those are
when Jake calls you and he says, "Hey, Saquon, can you do this right now?" You're like, "No, I'm at work, but I can do it later." You want to keep those I can people around. Those are the people you want to build that support team with. Now, the people that say, "You know what? I don't know." Those I don't know people, let them go. Let them go.
Well, don't let them go too far.
Let them go, because you got room. You got to make room for other people.
They still got to be able to see though.
You got to make room.
I do believe in making room.
You got to make room. You got to make room. And you know what? I have had people that I grew up with, right? Friends for over 20, 30 years.
That's a long time.
Right? Listen, catch this. Friends that I had for 20, 30 years. And when I got this vision, when I got the vision of witty ambition, I lost a friend. 30-year friendship, lost it. Okay? When I got the vision and I wanted to go do something different, lost another friend. When I got this place right here, the Business Suites at Brass Mill, had a 20, 30-year friendship, lost it. But what it did, and in the beginning, I felt like, wow. I'm losing all these friends. But you know what I stopped and thought? I'm making room for the new people.
And everybody can't go with you anyway.
Everybody can't go with. Listen, I was carrying a lot of weight on my shoulders, man. I was carrying a lot of stuff on my shoulders, man. And it was getting heavy. And as I started depositing, but you know what? Let me tell you something. God will help you deposit those people. He'll help you deposit them. I'm telling you what, he'll make you look a whole nother direction that you never looked. This year, I literally prayed for increase. I prayed for increase. I asked God to enlarge my territory. And I didn't just ask for one specific area to enlarge. I asked him to enlarge my whole territory. And then when I said whole, I meant everything within it. I don't care if it's from my front door to my back door. Whoever don't belong, God, make them exit. Whoever don't belong in Brass Mill, make them exit. Whoever don't belong in my car, make them exit. Let me tell you something. Whoever's taking rent in my brain that ain't paying, exit.
Yes.
Okay. Whoever's stepping on my toes, Lord, exit. Your exit game gotta be everything.
Gotta be.
Because I'm telling you, you don't win without an exit game. You don't go into a basketball game saying we gonna lose. Who goes into a game saying we gonna lose?
We about to get blown up on 20.
We about to get blown up on 20. Who says that? Who says that?
I already packed the stuff up on the bus.
Who says on Sunday morning? Here we go, Sunday morning, right? Who says you're gonna get up on that choir and squeak? Nobody.
Oh my gosh.
I do it sometimes.
I might do it one time.
I do it sometimes.
Look, y'all telling on yourselves.
To my New Hope family, I love you. But you know that was y'all. When y'all give me that side eye on Sunday morning when I'm out of tune, I know y'all looking at me. Brother Jacob, I know you might not be watching, but you knew it was me. You have to give me that side eye. But you don't wake up saying, God, you know what? Things ain't gonna work out for me today. Who does that? Nobody should do that.
Nobody should do that.
No one should do that. And hopefully, if my words of encouragement, a call, this is say good morning, my morning post. We got a lot of people that do morning glory. Some of the things I do in the morning, I pray. And I never pray for any individual.
You just pray.
No, I mean I pray, but I don't. What I ask God for is to create in me a cleaner heart.
Oh, you did tell me that.
I ask God to pray every morning. I never say, God, pray for my children because they're a hot mess. I never say, God, protect my grandchildren because I know I've already put a hedge of love and protection over them. God protects babies and fools. So that just got y'all all cleared. So I know.
These subliminal shots today.
But I ask every morning I get up and because I know I fell short the day before. I know I fell short somewhere the day before. I know I didn't give something to somebody the day before. I know I didn't do something that I was supposed to do the day before. So every morning I get up and I say, Lord, just create in me a cleaner heart than what you did yesterday. Because I'm thankful that yesterday came for me and today came for me. And I'm praying that tomorrow will come for me. And in the morning I get up and I just say, hey, Lord, before I take that step onto the floor to try to cross the hallway to go to the bathroom, as soon as You know, I say, Lord, it created me a cleaner heart. And one thing I've started doing is I stopped worrying.
Stop worrying.
I stopped worrying. People say, you don't look like you almost 50. I am. They said, what's the secret? I stopped worrying.
Can't
I stopped
control
worrying
everything.
about things that I can't control.
Can't control everything. You just can't. It's physically impossible.
Yep.
So it's physically. So why do you set
Physically
yourself
and
up for
mentally.
things that are physically and mentally impossible?
Yep.
I stopped worrying. And that song is so true. Soon as I stopped worrying,
it's almost like instant, right?
And stop worrying about
it's
back then.
Almost like instant,
you know. And I let go.
No, worrying is you're making it. It's almost
no.
I
understood that.
It's a habit. It becomes
once you said song is where I got lost. That's the only thing.
Huh?
It was only when you said something about a song. I was like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's a song.
You know,
I ain't about to sit here and sing this song.
Saying? Go
ahead.
I am not. You know you can sing, girl. You know you can blow. Go ahead, girl.
But it's a very powerful song.
It's a very powerful song. And I heard that song this morning. As soon as I stopped worrying and I let God have his way, you know, let go, let God. You know what I mean? Yep. And it works. It works. Because I really didn't have anything to worry about. If I believe in my purpose, purpose, what do I have to worry about? You create your own purpose. So what do you have to worry about? If you created it, then what do you have to worry about?
Yeah, I mean,
you created this podcast.
Oh, I got started.
And the other night,
like, hold on now, I got
he got worried about something.
Like, you know,
but it was out of his control.
It was definitely out.
So if it's out of your control, you spent that time worrying when you could have been spending that time trying to figure out how can I revamp this thing here.
Exactly.
I think
how can I stop that from happening?
I think it was a little bit of both.
Right.
Like the worry, kind of like, oh, like, you know,
okay, cool.
Like one of those moments where it's like, oh, well, then it's like, you know, you get that little moment out.
Listen.
Usually I'm better. Like, I'll have that, like, if something don't go right, I'll be like, yo, like, let me get like a whole minute, maybe a minute and 30. Let me,
regroup,
get my swears out, get my, like, swinging my arms and everything. Look, everyone know me.
But you know, stress is a silent killer.
Which is why, you know,
it's a silent killer.
This is why, like, I release it, get myself that, like, thing. And
you know what? Everybody has a different release.
Yeah.
Stop getting on people about their release. Let it be their release.
Yeah,
you know, I don't condone a lot of crazy things. Don't get me wrong. You know, my kids do all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm like, what are y'all doing? But that's their release.
Yes.
You know, my release is drinking Pepsi. I like cherry Pepsi. It's my release. If that's the worst thing that I can do, then that's the worst thing I can do. But stop getting on people about their release. You know, I remember one time, Keya, I think I told you the story. I was coming out of ShopRite, and this lady came over to me, and she had these 2 rocks.
Yes, you did.
And it was a white lady, and I was pushing my cart across the street, and I seen people just kind of shooing her away. And I was on the phone, didn't even pay it no attention. Okay. I was talking like I usually be, you know. And she came up to me and she was showing me these rocks, and she had them in her hands and she was showing them to me like this. And that's what drew my attention, the rocks. I didn't hear a word that she said. I'm thinking, why is this lady walking around with 2 rocks? And I stopped and I said, what's the matter? Like, what's going on? And she said, you know, a lot of people keep shunning me. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I want to shun you too, because you over here acting like something not right, sis. And I'm trying to get into my car. But what she was telling me was that she believed in these 2 rocks. She believed that her salvation was in these 2 rocks. Right? And I asked her, I said, tell me a little bit more about these rocks. Because I was trying to figure out, is there something extra that I didn't
that you ain't catch?
Right? But she told me, she said, you know, and I was talking to her, and after a while, but you know what she said? This is what I believe in. And I said, well, you know what? As long as you believe in something, you have a purpose.
So you believe in something.
That word purpose just kept coming for me. And then, you know what she said? As she went to walk away, she said, can I pray for you? I said, no, you can't pray for me, but you can pray with me. Now, everybody can pray. But you know, I said, but you can pray. You can pray with me. And we and I said, what do you know that we would know alike? She said, I know the Lord's Prayer. I said, I got you. We can do that. Because if she'd have came sideways with something I didn't know, I'm not too sure.
Right.
But one thing that it reminded me of is even Jesus made a rock cry out. So who am I to disturb what she believed?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you to disturb somebody else's purpose? If you don't rock with that purpose, keep moving. Because guess what? I could have kept right on walking like everybody else.
You could have really
I could have went on.
keep on with your stroke.
I was talking to her. I said, girl, let me call you back because this woman over here is tripping. Let me find out what's going on. And I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
And a couple of weeks ago, that lady was back up there. And she had her rocks. And I said, you know what? You already told me the story about your rocks. I said, how's it going? Because I wanted to know how her purpose was going. She said, you know what? She said, I wasn't out here in the wintertime because it was too cold. But today, God made a warm day. So I thought I'd come out and I'd share my rocks with other people. Mm-hmm. That was her plan. That's her plan of salvation. Who am I to disrupt that?
It's hers.
But the greatest thing about that story is she had a vision. She had a purpose. And she was walking in.
She stuck to it.
She stuck to it. And I thought to myself, well, maybe this lady just a little crazy. I probably will never see her again. No, I still see her. I still see her. And that just gave me a thrive to say, you know what? If this lady is out here and she's stopping people thinking she crazy and she's stopping people and telling them about the purpose that she had in her hand with those two rocks. Who are we? Who are you to tell her? Who are we not to say that wasn't her purpose? So I believe tonight that everybody has a purpose.
Yes.
They do. Everyone does.
Tonight that if you have not found your purpose, I need you to dig deep within.
Just dig a little deep.
Dig a little deep. And you guys, you've been in a house.
6 feet deep.
Listen, y'all been in a house.
Please say it.
Y'all been in the
COVID
house.
Not only put masks on people, but it gave people time.
Yes. And you know what? Sometimes, everybody wants to blame this COVID thing. They want to blame God. They want to blame science. They want to blame Fauci.
I think people just need something to blame.
Trump. They want to blame the White House. They want to blame each other. Mm-hmm. Now, I went to a christening. I went to a christening the other day and I caught COVID. I said, now you want to blame it on the baby's christening? I mean, sis, where was your mask? I don't know. But people have gotten so comfortable with this COVID thing. But the thing that COVID gave, it gave you the time to get within yourself. It did. Now, them women and them men that sat on the end of that couch, you got to throw that furniture away. Income tax time is coming. You know that thing leaning. You know that thing leaning. Them people that sat on the end of that couch.
Oh, my God.
Okay? It's income tax time. Y'all go and throw them couches away. Y'all go and get a chair that's not comfortable. That way I know you're going to get up and get up out of your comfortability. That way I know you're not. Listen, I want you to get one that's unstable. I want you to get one that's unstable. Why do I want you to get one that's unstable?
Because you ain't going to sit in there.
Because you ain't going to sit in there long. You're not going to sit in there long. Get yourself, don't be afraid of that wobbly chair. You hear me? Don't you be afraid of that wobbly chair. Because that wobbly chair, you'll learn how to balance yourself in that wobbly chair.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll
learn. Just like when you learn how to ride a bike. Once you learn how to ride that thing, you got that momentum and you going down that hill. Janice, Tracy, and Thomas, we hit a trash can, but we know better. But we knew our purpose was to get down that hill and beat them too. Okay? There's a lot of things in purpose. That word purpose is to better yourself.
Yes. Very impactful word.
And let me tell you something. Purpose goes hand in hand with power. Because once you got that purpose and you got that power, then you claim that victory. And then stop looking back.
Stop looking back.
Because the things you did in the past are just that, the past.
Don't even pay the reminders.
Reminders. If you got those people in your inbox that want to remind you about who you were back then. I got this hack one day, and they said, "Is this you in the video?" I started to click on it. I'm about to say, because that word passed, right? I'm about to say, I'm going to click on it. And then somebody said, don't click on it because it's a hack. And I didn't click on it because I didn't care about what they saw in the past. Because my past does not generate or define who I am now. Yes. And you can do all things. But if you don't have your purpose and you have not created it yet, it's there.
It's coming.
It's there. It's coming. We know it's coming.
Yes.
You know it's coming. We would love to support you in it.
Yes.
If you just don't know and you say, you know what? I'm going to hit Doc up because my inboxes, you can catch me on all my social media platforms. If you don't know my social media platforms, you can go on my page. If you just have a question for me.
Yes.
You know, when did you, a lot of people say you in a closet. A lot of people take that thing the wrong way. Because there's a lot of things you can do in that closet.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
There's a lot of things you can do in that closet. You can pray in that closet. You can bring your best out of that closet. You can come out of that closet revamped and ready to go. But a lot of people, when I was going through my go-through, because the house was so full, that would be my room to cry. Because nobody would know that I was in that closet. I got so much stuff in that closet. I go and I get deep down in the corner and I pull them clothes back and I'd cry. Because I was raising 2 sons on my own. And the worst thing I wanted them to do is see me lose my strength. Because I knew one of them Negroes would try me out. If I lost my strength, I knew they would try me. So guess what? Those days, I would go in that closet and I would come out, Keya, knowing my purpose. I knew I had to be their mother.
That's good.
And I knew I had to provide. I knew I had to look at that word stability. Right? I knew I had to do it. So you know your purpose. You've created your purpose. If you want to be a guest on the show, you guys,
we have information.
We have, and understand, this is not, let me say this really quick before it's time for my podcast team cue me off. This is not a female male thing.
No, it's not.
It's not a fee. So the podcast show, we have guests. There's sometimes I'll be on here by myself, but a lot of times we want guests. It's not just for females. If you are male and you know your purpose, come on. Tell us about your purpose.
And let the men know.
Let the men know that there's a driven force behind what you do and what you provide. Let us know about it. Let us know about it. But again, know your purpose.
This was so good.
It was. It flowed,
so
right?
Good. So impactful. I really hope that each and every person was able to take something from this.
Go ahead and end this out.
I was definitely not going. That's not my job.
I wanted to see if you was going to do it.
Oh no! I just want to see how.
How you going to not end this when you?
This was good.
Co-host.
This was good.
So
knowing your purpose.
I just wanted to say, it really was a good discussion.
It was really,
and
really informative, and it was
like
just.
This. So for those of you who have contacted me about what's the show about, how the show is going to go, what you see tonight is basically what you're going to get out of the show. We're going to have an open dialogue.
Yes.
You don't have to come with your resume in hand, because I don't really want to know about your resume. I want to know about that hardship.
Yes.
I want to know how you made it over.
Tell people how you
I want a testimony. I want something that people can really live and have lived and can take along with them. If you was a realtor, tell me about the bad days. Don't tell me about you sold all these $1 million houses and then, COVID came and now you ain't selling none. Right. Come on now. But I want you to tell me all the nights that you had to go to work during the day and then study for that realtor test at night, and how you had to put your family on hold, and how you had to put things on the back burner.
I say the trials and tribulations.
Man, let me tell you something. When I was getting my PhD, I locked myself in a room for days and weeks. And my son, he raised himself some of that time. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? I want you to come out the box and tell us about some things that really happened. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about those sneakers that I wore for 3 years because I was too cheap to go buy another pair, because I thought I was taking from the stability of the house. I want to talk about that wig. I want to talk about that wig that I sent over to my cousin Jan's house to get renewed, because I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money, and I wound up going to sleep in it. That thing got matted.
I cannot stand you.
But that's the part about stability that people don't know. People think, oh yeah, Doc got a couple coins now. She ain't got to revitalize. That's a whole lie.
Listen,
it's a whole lie. Know your purpose. Know your purpose. Take that wig off and comb it on out. Put it back on. Make it look good.
Take that wig off.
Take that wig off.
You just wanted to
take that wig off.
End us out.
We're going to end out. We're having a good time. We're so glad that y'all came on with us tonight. Hanging out with these.
Take the wig off, man.
Last 10 hours? I'm tired.
Take the wig off.
I'm tired.
You just want to
I ain't taking my wig off till I get home.
I'm all natural right now, man.
When you go home, that's when you can derobe.
Okay, the best feeling ever.
Sis, sling it to the side. Don't wash that makeup. It's coming off.
It's coming off.
Sling that makeup off. You know what I mean? As my granddaughter would say, get in your yammies, right? And fall back. But that's when you have that time to relax. And you have that time to renew your strength, renew your mind, renew that mindset. But don't ever forget that you had that purpose. Don't forget the purpose. Don't forget the purpose. So let's tune in next Friday.
Next Friday, what day is that?
Next Friday, March 4th.
Thank you.
At 7 p.m. No, the podcast team, right?
I knew it was. It was him.
The manager.
See if she was going to get it this time.
My show will be every Friday.
Every
Friday, starting March 4th, every Friday. Look for the flyers of the upcoming guests. If you have and you see a flyer, please do me a favor and share it. Please share it as many.
It don't take that much to share.
It does not take that much to share. But your platform, you may have thousands of people on your platform that can reach another 1,000 people. And we just want to keep this thing generating. I thank everyone tonight who shared my flyer. I thank everyone who's going on and look at the infomercial.
We should give them a number.
Right. If you need any help with creating your pages, if you need any help with your infomercials, if you need any help with advertising, if you need any help with any of those things, just not the podcasting. And if you want to do a podcast show, make sure you give us a call. 410-297-9300. And we also have an info at Brass Mill. Right? Info at Brass Mill. So you can hit us up there. You can hit me up in my DM. You can hit me up in any of the boxes. Hit me in my DM.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, see,
anytime, AM or the PM.
AM and the I never knew how to rap.
Oh my God.
Jacob, did you hear that? I can hear a couple of, hey.
Ghostwriter for sale.
I still got my, I still got I got my kid play going on underneath. I'm tapping with Saquon. He's tapping back. You know what I mean?
My legs too fat.
Right. So again, if you want any of those things, as you see my website was built by these two guys here at the Business Suites of Brass Mill.
I'm gonna give majority of that credit to Keya.
My website was built by these two. My infomercial was built by these two.
That was definitely happening.
Everything that's coming through my page is built by these two. So if you need your Facebook page started, if you needed it monitored, if you need those posts put up, we are here at Brass Mill. The concierge service package is wonderful here. I took advantage of it. Don't let these two fool you. They was paid for their services. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you.
Funny.
Because this is what they do. This is what they love. And we need to support our young people, man. We out here rocking, but we not supporting our young people.
24 years young.
24 and 35, man. We out here. We ain't have to throw the ages out here. But I want people to know that y'all young people out here rocking, man. Y'all not getting enough credit. Y'all not getting enough credit, man. Y'all not getting enough credit. We got so many young people out here that's doing on the street corners, doing whatever. Y'all out here getting it, man. And let me tell you something.
Legally.
But you know what? And so one thing that I noticed about these young people, man, they don't want to work hard.
They like that quick money.
That quick money, you spend that thing.
Not all money's good money.
But when you can literally say you put in a 10, 12-hour day and you were productive during that day, man, I'm trying to tell you the things that come out of it. I tell you both that you guys are great at what you do. And I know I push you to the great lengths. And I'm telling you, when I tell you I push these two, I demand things. I'm very demandful because I'm about my business. And I'm about winning. I don't like to play games because I don't like to lose.
Right.
I don't like to lose. And I know with you two, you'll do great things. You'll strive to do great things. Because one day I won't be here. And I want to know that you two, I have set you two up for some of the greatest things that's going on in your lives right now. And that's a part of being a good mother. That's a part of being a good mentor. It's a part of being a good friend. It's a part of being a good teacher. Okay, it's just being a part of who I am. So you two take whatever you have and all the great things that you're going to do, and you don't be like them people that don't want to teach nobody nothing.
I couldn't even see
I don't even
myself
know if
being
they
like
can.
Don't do that.
I don't even know if they can handle a class.
Oh,
Y'all ever been there?
me and
I'm saying,
Keya.
There are people like
ever
that.
been there?
That
Somebody
don't
only
wanna
went.
share, yeah.
I remember when I first started doing Youves, man. And the girl, that YouTube channel only took me so far, and I couldn't get to the top. I was like, wait a minute, why sister stop at the front? Maybe she didn't know how. Maybe she didn't know how to do it, right? But don't stop. So we love everything about you. Maya, I'm telling you, I don't like to play games because I don't like to lose either, Maya. And Maya, I'm so glad that you joined the Business Suites of Brass Mill. You're a part of our family. We're going to promote you. Maya is our new hairdresser. Maya does all kinds of wonderful things. Maya, thank you so much. Keya, Miss Brown, thank you so much for joining the Business Suites of Brass Mill. She's another one that's coming with a wonderful line of great things. Thank you so much. So those are our two. Those are our two.
I want to pause right there real quick. Just real something.
Yes.
Hey, Maya, I need you to hit me up with that Ozark. That you know what I'm talking about though. You know.
All right, Maya. You know what he's talking about.
No, that Ozark tent was that joint was tough. So I was like, what?
So yes, and Miss
hit her
Brown,
up. Let me know.
We thank you both for coming and joining the Business Suites
Anybody.
of Brass Mill. Shauna, my cake diva, say what's up. Congratulations, sis went got married on us. Woo!
Hey.
We give a shout out to anyone who commented today.
Welcome to the club. Yeah, my cake diva.
Hey.
You ain't give us none of that cake, girl. Swing a
Eat the
piece
cake.
pie.
Swing a piece.
Kayla, thank you so much.
That's Piv.
Piv!
Yeah.
Oh, Piv!
Shout out Piv. Yeah, man, that's
Man, we've been
Piv.
rocking with him for a
Oh,
long
we've been rocking
time.
with Piv for a couple years.
Saquon's first cruise, Mr. Piv.
Mr. Piv.
My girl, Maya.
Yeah, shout out to Maya. Anyone who comments,
Miss
definitely.
Scott, thank you so much. You'll be on the show. I can't wait to have you on. Thank you, everyone that tuned in tonight, man. It's been a blessing.
Yes.
We're getting ready to get out of here, but again, you go on to our social media page, throw them loves, throw them likes,
share, subscribe. Please comment. We love interacting. We will do more interactions as we go forward. So please don't be scared to comment. Y'all know I like acting the fool, so please give me more incentives to act the fool.
Yes.
So please do.
This was a kid who didn't talk.
I'm still an introvert sometimes.
Nah, I don't think so.
You've been opening up a lot more.
See, he's walking in his purpose. He's walking in his purpose. This was a kid who was quiet, really introvert. Now he's walking in his purpose. He found what fit for him.
I probably contribute to me getting some plats and some hang time as well. I'm probably chilling.
Okay.
Boy, Maya, you still listening? Saquon said to Maya, he's plucking the whole nerve with his hang time.
I'm just saying, you see me last week with plats, and now I got the bun up, but it's all good. We are work in progress, getting better every day. Y'all like how I tied that in there? All right.
Every day.
So on this note, thank you, Dr. Venable.
You're welcome.
I gotta call you Doctor here now.
Right now.
So
I turn my other hat on to mom.
As soon as we end the broadcast, I'm calling her mom. I want everyone to know that this doctor, it's not working for me. Okay, it's extremely hard. Okay, we're like, Mom, you want me to vet? No, call me Doc. So I'm getting better, everyone. But thanks again.
Thank you
for
so much.
tuning in to Let's Talk to Talk. Bigger things to come. You guys have a good night, and we out.